there's a person. There are two people. Who are you? All right, okay. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Hi. Is everyone okay? How you all doing? I'm so glad you are all here. Thanks for coming. Today we'll be preparing... Holy shit, I'm fat. Today we will be preparing delicious corn dogs, right? And you're gonna prepare it with me. Is everyone okay? Is everyone fine? Everyone doing fine? Let me take a closer look here, because I'm not seeing anything. Oh, everybody's saying hi. Hi, everyone. How you doing? All right. Well, some things must be said. First things first, I'm here at American English School for our I believe it's our third live cooking class. We have already done mac and cheese, and we have already done brownies. One thing that it's important for me to know, can you hear me well? Can you hear me? Can you say yes or no here in the comments, please? Someone, please answer me. Can you hear me? Oh, of course, if you cannot hear me, you won't say yes or no, right? But is it possible to hear me, Leticia? Leticia, say yes. Thanks, Liv. All right. Well, as I said, today we'll be preparing corn dogs. But we're not going to prepare any type of corn dogs. We're going to prepare my recipe of corn dogs, which is, of course, the best corn dogs ever. Thank you all so much again for being here. I'm here at American English School, and it's important to say that we're following all the safety measures. I'm in the kitchen of the school. I'm alone. Everything has been sanitized already, so we're fine, we're good, and everyone is safe. Okay? Well, let me see, did anyone say something? Eliara say yes, okay, good. Well, we're going to start preparing our recipe, and it's a very simple recipe. It's very easy to make corn dogs, okay? The difficult part is actually coating the corn, the hot dogs, and the dough that we are going to prepare. But let's take a look at the ingredients we have here. As I have already previously told you, we need hot dogs. Here I have 9 hot dogs for our preparation. We need 2 eggs. I don't think you will be able to see the 2 eggs, but right here I have 2 eggs, okay? I have 1 cup of white plain flour, okay? Normal flour, beautiful, okay? Then we have 1.5 cups of corn flour, okay? 1.5 cups of corn flour. And we have 1 cup of milk, okay? Right here in this jar, we have a cup of milk, yes? We have baking powder, yes. We're going to use 1 tablespoon, this is a tablespoon, okay? 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and of course, this is optional, as I said. We're also going to use salt to taste, but another thing that is optional is the bacon. Every recipe I make, we use bacon in it, right? If we're making mac and cheese, bacon. Corn dogs, bacon. Brownies, bacon. Ice cream, bacon. Bananas, bacon. Actually, bananas and bacon is pretty good. It's very, very delicious. I'm glad you are all here. I've said this before, but I'm truly glad. Thank you for being here. How many people we have live now? We have 8 people watching me. I'm so famous. 8 people so far. So here's the thing, everyone. I want you to tell me in the comments right here, have you ever eaten corn dogs? Have you ever tasted corn dogs? For those who don't know, corn dogs are hot dogs, these ones here. They are breaded, yes, they are coated in a dough, and then they are fried, okay? And they are very common treats in the United States. They are a very, very common treat in the United States. You can see, I believe that if you have watched movies where they go to games like soccer games or football matches or baseball games, they have people selling hot dogs and corn dogs in the stands, right? When people are watching. So tell me, have you ever tried corn dogs? Have you ever eaten corn dogs? Leticia said yes. And, no, Leticia didn't say anything. Julia said something there. Hi, Ju. Nice to see you, baby. Miss you so much. Ice cream and bacon. Exactly, Felipe. You have to try it. Chocolate ice cream and bacon. So, since the part that takes the longest is preparing the bacon, I'm gonna start by frying it, okay? But before I go to that part, and I'm gonna use all this bacon. Yes, I'm gonna use all this bacon. Definitely yes, why do I even ask? Well, it's important for us to wash our hands. When I come here to cook, I'm gonna bring you close to me, okay? But it's important for us to wash our hands before we start preparing our dish. Alright. Let's see if anyone has said anything else. No, I haven't. Felipe said he has never. Ana Julia Marta said she did. Of course, Ana Julia Marta had a cooking class with me of corn dogs, but I have perfected the recipe. The recipe that I have now, it's a much more delicious one. So these corn dogs, you have never tasted. I'm sure of it, Anna. I'm 100% sure. So here I have my beautiful, look at this. Look at this beauty. I have my beautiful bacon strips. Okay, 2, 3, 4. I'm salivating already. Oh my god, my mouth is watering. And 2 more. I lost count. Yeah, 4, 5, 6. Yeah? What we're gonna do with this is we're gonna cut this in real thin slices. Why? Because we want just the crispy bacon in our dish. So we don't want big chunks, big pieces of bacon in it. Just small pieces, you know? Just small pieces. Let me wash my hands because I've touched the bacon again. And for this, to cut the bacon, right? To dice the bacon, we're going to use this. Anyone knows the name of this? Tell me in the comments. Yeah? Probably you will see this, I think the live is a little late, so you won't see this in time. But we're using this. This is a knife. And if you are young, you should not use this without an adult's consent and with an adult around you, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut this in very thin slices. Very thin slices. Very small pieces. The smaller you do it, the crunchier they get. It's delicious. Oh my god, I love bacon so much. Let's cut this. If you're a vegetarian, you can replace bacon by nothing. Sorry. We're going to cut this. As you can see right now, the way I'm cutting it, I'm not having thin cubes. I'm not dicing it. I'm having it in thin slices. This is not what I want. I'm gonna cut this more, okay? So, let me open this in here. Continue cutting, yeah? Alright, now I can make this into thin cubes. It's very small cubes of bacon. Let me ask you guys something, since you are already here, something that I didn't look up before I started this live. This live has duration, like I can only do this for a short period of time, or if I want to stay here for 6 days, I can. Tell me in the comments here if the time for the live is limited, because I have no idea and I should have looked up this before I started, but now it's too late. So can anyone tell me? Let me take a look at the comments. A knife. Leticia just said that this is a knife. Thanks, Liv. Right? Let me cut this. My bacon. A little bacon. Cutting it, opening it in slices, thin slices. As you can see now, don't do this. This is not good for your health. The bacon is already cut in small cubes now. So what we're going to do with it is, holy shit, this is delicious. What we're going to do with this is we're going to fry it. Okay? So here I have with me, can you take a look at this? Look at this beautiful frying pan. It's a very wide frying pan because we are also going to prepare our corn dogs in it. But first of all, we're going to fry the bacon in here. And we're going to leave it until it is very crunchy, very brown, very gold, and very crunchy. Here, in this pan, if you're asking yourself, what are you having there, teacher? I have here boiling water, because in here I'm going to cook or just scald my hot dogs, okay? And we're going to do this right now, but first I need to change where the... Give me just a second. Yes, I'm gonna put this there back. Excuse me, thank you. I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna put my frying pan in here. What do we do now? What do we do? We need to fry the bacon. Now, the bacon, the bacon that we have here in Brazil is not really the good quality bacon per se, you know? It's very difficult to find very good quality bacon here in Brazil. So the bacon we have is already very fat. If you can see it in here, I'm gonna put it in closer to you. And if you don't like it, please turn away now. As you can see it in here, you have many white parts in the pieces of bacon. These white parts in the bacon are the fat, which means that you don't need to add oil to the frying pan, because this fat is going to melt itself there, and it's going to fry the bacon on its own fat. So let's put this in here. This should be sizzling, but okay. There we go with our bacon. All right. And in here, in the water that I left boiling, I'm gonna add my hot dogs. So there we go. We add 1 hot dog, 2 hot dogs, 3 hot dogs, 4 hot dogs, 5 hot dogs, 6 of them, 7, 8, and 9 hot dogs. In they are. Now, we can leave this in here for around 10 minutes. It's more than enough. We don't want it to be fully cooked because we're still going to fry it. Now, here I have my spatula with me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my bacon around, because now my pan is starting to get hot, so I can move it around in order to spread it in the frying pan. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave it as it is in here. Just leave it as it is. Now, here with me I have a bowl. Can you see my bowl? My beautiful bowl. We're going to mix the ingredients to prepare the dough. What is the dough? The dough is what we're going to use to dip, to put our hot dogs in, you know? Then we're going to remove it and put it in the fryer. But here, we're going to prepare our dough. Before that, let me read your comments. Let me read what you're saying. Gabriela said, Oi, hi, Gabi. Leticia said, I don't know, I don't think it's limited. And basically, that's all everyone said. All right, that's good, that's good, that's good. I still have my bacon frying here. I can move it around once or twice, just so that I can have the oil spread all around our frying pan. But right here, first, we're going to start by mixing our ingredients. So, first thing we're going to do is, we're going to get our flours. Here, as I said, I'm going to repeat once again to you, I have 1.5 cups of corn flour. Let me put it closer to you. As you can see it in here, yellow flour, corn flour, and the white plain flour, as you can see it, you know? So, 1.5 cups of this one, and 1 cup of this one. 1 cup of plain flour, 1.5 cups of corn flour. Add it in here, add it in here. They are both there, they are happy, they are dating, they have been in a relationship for a really long time. Now, I don't want a lot of salt in this. Why not, teacher? Because I don't. Take mind your own business. No, I'm joking. I don't want a lot of salt in this because my bacon is already pretty salty. And I'm gonna add my bacon in here. So if I add too much salt, it's going to be too salty. And we need you to remember that our sausages are already salty too. So I'm gonna get my salt and I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit. Let's say we're going to add one teaspoon of salt, okay? All right. Move my bacon around a little bit more because it's starting to stick in the bottom. Here we go, here we go. Move it around. Everyone, you have no idea how tasty this is smelling. Oh, this is delicious. I'm gonna get this in here, right? I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna mix my corn flour and my plain white flour, and I'm gonna mix it well until it's everything well combined. Remember that we also have the salt in here, okay? So combine everything, mix everything until it's very well combined. Oh, I'm already so excited to eat this. Everyone have no idea. This is not a very good angle for me. Look how big my stomach is. I can still see that it's a little separate, so I'm gonna move it around a little bit more. Right? Now, these are our dry ingredients. We have one more dry ingredient which is our baking powder, but we're not adding our baking powder now. What we're doing now is we're adding the eggs. So here we have 2 eggs. We add right in. Okay, and also we add our milk, 1 cup of milk, okay? Add it in here. Good, let me put this away. This as well. Move my bacon around because it's starting to smell crispy and delicious, right? And I'm gonna turn the heat off. I'm gonna turn the heat off for my sausages. Yes, I turned off the correct heat. And here, what we're gonna do is we're going to mix and combine everything well. Now, this dough that we are preparing for the corn dogs, it can't be a very liquid dough, you know? We need it to be a little thicker, you know? I'm gonna show you how it should look. Because why is this important? Because when we dip it, we don't want it to drip everywhere, all the liquid. We want it to maintain, to hold around the sausage that we're preparing. Let's see who else is here. Teacher, you love bacon. Oh, who said that? Oh, like if you don't know me, right, Julia? If I love bacon. The only thing I love more than bacon is Burger King, Julia. Oh, look at me making. Yes? You can tell me in the comments, do you like bacon? Do you like bacon? Please tell me now if you like bacon. We're going to move these around. This is starting to get really, really thick. Maybe, depending on how thick it gets, we're going to need to add more milk. The way it is right now, can you see it? It's very thick. Very, very thick. I need to add a little more milk. How much milk do I have to add, you ask? Let's look it by eye, okay? Just add a little bit. Move it around. And then I'm going to show you how your dough should look in order for you to dip your delicious hot dogs. Yes, this is still pretty thick. I'm gonna add a little more, but right here, my bacon is already done. So I can turn off the heat for my bacon. Spin around. I can come and show it closer to you, if God allows me. Can you see it? How beautiful, gold and crispy my bacon is. Delicious and crunchy. Delicious and crunchy. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to reserve all of this here, leave it in there, and I'm going to finish preparing my dough. I'm going to add just a little bit more of our milk. As you can see, it's just a little bit. And I'm going to move it around until it gets the way I want. Move it around, move it around, move it around, move it around. You can move it in the form of H. You can move it side to side. You can make circles with it. Personally, I prefer to move it in the form of H. It's more comfortable for me. As you can see, now our dough is much more liquid than it was before. It looks like, look at it. Yes? Can you see that we have little lumps from the corn flour? There is no problem to have these lumps around. They're going to cook beautifully with the rest of the recipe. Look at it. This is the way we want it. Okay? What we're going to do now is we're going to get a tall glass. Right? I have a glass here, a plastic glass, and it needs to be a tall glass. And we're going to add our mix to this glass. Because this way is going to be much easier to put the hot dog, remove it, and fry it. Okay? Ooh, my bad. I forgot to add my bacon to my mix. So, we're live, right? What we're going to do is we're going to put this back right there. Add this back to the bowl where it was. Add it back the way it was before. And now, before we put it in the glass, very important, before we put it in the glass, has anyone else said anything? Ooh. All right, we're going to add our bacon. I'm going to get my bacon with a spoon, because as I said, I don't want a lot of fat of it, you know? So I'm going to get, just with the spoon, add it in here. And all the fat that I have is sitting in the bottom of the pan. So the bacon that I have here is already a little dry. Can you hear how crunchy it is when I move my pan around it? Add my bacon right here. Get it, and here we go. Before I continue with this one, I put this in here. I'm going to remove my hot dogs from there. Let me find a place where I can add my hot dogs too. Get this, remove your hot dogs from the water. Put them in here, right? Put them right here. Put them. Right? And I need it to be cold, right? Because I'm going to need my bamboo skewers. You see, my skewers, my wood skewers. So I'm gonna put this right here in the fridge, just so that I can give it a shock. And this water, I can throw it out. Yes, okay. This one I can leave it in here. Now I'm coming back to my dough and mixing my bacon around. I don't need to do it much, right? Just combine the bacon with the mixture because it's already mixed. So you don't have to do much. Just combine the bacon in it, right? Once this is done, add this back to your glass, like we had done before. Tasty. Very, very tasty. Add it back to your cup, add it back to your cup. If necessary, we can refill the cup because we still have some dough left in here, okay? Now, with our oil, remember that I told you that we needed a white pan? This is white. I'm gonna add my oil in here. I'm gonna need you to add enough oil to cover my sausage once I add it to the hot oil. Okay, let me see what everyone is saying. Hello Marcelo, thanks for joining us. Don't worry, thanks for being here. All right, this one you can close and put it in back in the fridge, right? Oh Christ, I also have to add my baking powder. My baking powder, I'm gonna get 1 tablespoon of it, or even a little less. This is too much baking powder. I think this is enough baking powder. I add it to the mix, and I can mix with the spoon inside the cup. Can you put that in there? Yes, you can. What happened? I forgot again. So, no problem. Just mix it in here right now. We're gonna have big bits of the baking powder around this. Alright, this is, oh damn it. Right, okay. Let's close this on. Now, I need you to put you guys a little closer to my frying pan in order to show you how to properly fry our corn dogs. Let's start by turning the heat on. We have a lot of oil, so we're going to put it right here. The same pan where we fried our bacon, okay? Holy damn it, this is growing already. All right, let's... This is becoming a mess! Put this back here. Add all of this in here. Corn flour and everything. Mix it around. Mix it around, mix it around, mix it around. Okay. Everyone who is live with me now, are you preparing the corn dogs with me, or are you just watching me? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you doing it with me, or just watching while I do it? Please tell me here in the comments. There's no problem if you were just watching me. I completely understand. But then if you're not preparing it with me right now, tell me, what are you preparing for your dinner? Or what are your parents preparing for dinner? What a chaotic dough. It's a very chaotic dough, Leticia. I didn't think it was going to be so much, but it is. And this is a regular cooking class with me, sweetie. Well, let's get our hot dogs. They are good to go, I guess. Huh? I believe they're good to go. Let's get our bamboo skewers. And let's start. We have 9, so let's start crossing them You can see that you're going to add it until the end, like when you have something like this. You see? Right? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? How beautiful it looks? Yeah? This is what we're going to eat. But for me, this is a little too big. That's what she said. So I'm gonna cut this right in here. If I make just a tiny mark, I already have enough strength to cut it. So this is what you want. Hot dog popsicle, you know? This is what we want. This is exactly what we want. Let me get a plate in order to put this in here. And we're going to start by, we're going to continue pinching the other hot dogs we have until they are all, yeah. Here we go. Mark it. And break it. Mark it and break it. 3 hot dogs. This is the third one. Mark it. Break it. Let's go to the fourth one. This one is ugly. I don't want to use this one. Cross it to the end, to the end, to the end. Yep, that's good enough. And this one has already done a favor for us. It has already broken itself, you see? They start understanding what you're doing. They're good, they're nice. Right? Add it in here. Get another one. Let's continue piercing our hot dogs through. Okay. Mark it. Break it. 5. Then we go just 6. Yeah, this one not so good, but we're having there. 6, 7, 8. We need 2 more bamboo skewers. And the last one we have here today, 9. Wait. I think that's good enough. Good enough, right? So we have our 9 hot dogs in here already. These pieces of bamboo skewers, we're not going to use it, so we can put it in the trash. Let me see if anyone else has said anything. I was going to say that. Let's see. I'm just watching. I can't eat, so I'm just watching. Right, okay, cool. Let's see if our oil is hot. My mother taught me a trick where you put your hand on top of the oil and you say Pindamonhangaba. And if the oil is hot enough, you cannot keep your hand through the whole word. So, not hot enough because my hand has been here for quite a while. So we're going to get our dough. Finally, I swear to God, our dough is finally prepared. Now we don't need to add anything else. We have all the ingredients in here. Repeating once again. In here we have 1.5 cups of corn flour, 1 cup of plain flour, plain white flour, or white plain flour, the way you prefer to say it. 2 eggs, 1 cup, 1 cup and a half. 1.5 cups, yes. 1.5 cups of milk, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, salt to taste, you add as much as you want, taste the dough to see if it's good, and the bacon, fried, crispy, delicious. Add it in here, our dough. Add our dough here. And now we pray to God for it to work. Let's see if how can I show you? Okay, not hot enough yet. Hot, but not enough. God bless this dough. Yes, God bless this dough. Live. This is what we need. We need a blessing from the gods right now. Okay, good enough right here. This process now is pretty simple. I think that's hot. Is that hot? I think that's hot. I'll go get some paper towels in order for us to put the corn dogs after they're done. All right? So while the oil is hot, I'll go right over here and get the paper towels, and I'll be right back. Don't leave me. It's just for a second. Stay with me. Did you leave me? Are you still there? All right, I'm right here. Okay, yeah, good. There you are. There you are. Let me get my plate and prepare it for when my dough is ready. Lots and lots and lots of paper towels. Let's see what else we have here. Lots of love from you all, aren't you amazing? I think this is enough paper towel, you see? A plate with paper towels for us to add our dough when it's ready. Let me take a look. Can I flip my camera? Can I flip my camera? Yeah, no, before I do that, let me start by dipping my corn dog in here. Get your corn dog, get your hot dog, dip it, dip it, dip it, swirl it around like this. Yes, around, and remove it. And yes, this is what you want. All of it entirely covered. Get this, and let's try to make the first one. See how it looks. The first ones usually look very ugly. Move it around a little bit so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Move it around. Flip it around. Bait it with your oil. The next one, I'm going to take you closer here. Sit closer to me so that you can see how it looks. Okay? While we're frying it. Move it around, move it around, move it around. Since our dough is very thick, we want it to be cooked all the way through. So when we move it around, we're turning it into golden. Golden. Da-da-da, 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 you're so golden. And I think this is gold enough. So I remove it from the oil and I put it right here. Right? I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the second one. I'm going to take you closer here with me. Swirl it around, spin it around, remove it. Remember to cover it more when necessary. This one needs to be covered a little bit more. Yes, yes, yes. Looking good. This one is looking good. Now that I have my sausage here covered in the dough, I'm gonna take you with me and I'm gonna show you what we do. Right? So we have my hot oil here. I'm gonna add my corn dog, and I'm gonna move it around a little bit. I can bathe it with my oil, move it around. You can see that the bottom of the pan is a little dark. Don't worry, it's because the bacon we fried earlier. Move it around. All right. Okay, no problem. Keep moving it around. So you can see how beautiful it is. You're so golden. I'm out of my head and I know that you're scared because hearts get broken. I don't want to be alone. Right? I think this is good enough. So now we remove it from the oil. Our chunky, big, delicious corn dog. And we put it right here. Next to our other corn dog. You see? I have 9 more to prepare. Since this is not a cooking factory, I don't think it's necessary for you guys to see me preparing all the other corn dogs. Let me lower my heat here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the first corn dog I made. Let me get paper tissue. Get my corn dog and let me come closer here. Does anyone else? Okay. Get it in. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Our dough is delicious, crunchy, rich, flavorful. Our hot dog is completely cooked. Guys, you have no idea how amazing this is. I'm having another bite. This is Release the hounds. Let the dogs go. Oh, Ana Maria Braga. My God. All right. Let's prepare another one. Let's prepare another one. This is chunky. Oh my God. I wanted to cover the bottom. My bottom is not covered. That's what she said again. All right, good enough. Just the tip. The tip was not good enough. Okay, and into the oil we go. Oh, damn it. I need this one. Guys, if you have the chance, do it. Oh my God, this is already too golden brown. My oil is too hot. I'm gonna remove my oil from the heat just a little bit, just so that I can make it a little less hot. All right. Leave it a little longer. And good enough. Good, beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, put it right here. And everyone, let me turn the heat off. I will continue preparing my corn dogs but no need for you to see me frying all the corn dogs I have left. I'm gonna fry them, I'm gonna eat them, I'm gonna be happy, and probably go to the hospital right after this. No, I'm joking. I can stand lots of food. Anyway, everyone, I would like to thank you one more time for being here. I would like to thank America for making the kitchen available once again for one more America's Life cooking class. It was great to see you all. It was great to be here with you. Love you all very much. Thanks so much for being here. And I hope you can follow us. If you don't follow us here on Instagram, start following us, like our posts. Go and follow us on Facebook. We also have a YouTube page. Yes, if you didn't know, if you look for American English School on YouTube, we also have a YouTube page, okay, a YouTube channel. So follow us there. And it was amazing having you all with me today. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Be safe. Most of all, be safe. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you when I see you. Most of you, I'll see you in my classes. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.